Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week to talk new sewing pattern releases. So first one of these, I'd love to hear your thoughts. After lots of feedback and stuff, we are now going to do a weekly video. So every Sunday, a bit like the Sunday papers, but for sewing patterns, I will go through a selection of the patterns that have been released for that week. And any extras we will include in a blog post as well. So everything that's been released for the week will be featured in the blog post. So that's that every Sunday. I hope you like it. Let us know your thoughts. I'm going to get started. I've got some really good things to talk to you about. Right, first things, Talco magazine, issue 4. If you haven't come across them before, they're relatively new pattern magazine. They come out every few months. They're really great. They've got patterns included, and I've actually got one of them. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 patterns included. So I've got it here. If you just wanted a bit, I thought it might be useful for you to have a bit of a look inside. So actually, before I get going, I'll show you the pattern sheets. So you will have to trace them off. They are printed in colour, which is really nice. They've got all the kind of sizing on there. Talking of sizing, everything comes in a UK 6 to 32. So yeah, everything is here in different colours. So you'll just have to like trace off each pattern piece is in a different colour, so it makes it quite easy to trace off. The quality of the magazine is gorgeous. It's really nice, and the paper's matte, which I love, as well as the instructions to show you how to make everything, which is all at the back here. I'll show you this. There you go. There aren't like instruction wise, I would say you need to sort of know what you're doing, because they are mainly written instructions. There aren't a huge amount of illustrations, but as long as you are fine with that. I mean, this one has a little bit more, but just to give you an idea, if you're relatively new to sewing, you might want to wait a little bit, but it doesn't mean you can't get it and kind of have it ready to go. So they're all at the back, and then at the front they do each pattern, they get different designers to come and like make them. So they have beautiful sort of photo shoots of the pattern, so you kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. And then each magazine has a theme. So this one is about mushrooms, fungi, and I really love it. It's really clever. So they've got this beautiful article here about how to use mushrooms to dye fabric, which was really interesting. I absolutely loved it. All of the team, we were all talking about how amazing like this article was and really interesting. What else have they got? Like just really interesting stuff. It's beautifully shot as well. I mean, this is another one about using another dyeing technique. I mean, it's beautifully shot. It's really well done. And it's just, if you feel like you want a little bit of a treat, it's a really nice kind of thing to do. So this is, oh yeah, they've got book reviews as well. So again, on the theme of mushrooms, they've got some book reviews. It's just a beautiful magazine. So if you feel like you want a little bit of a treat, this is, I would say, highly recommended. It just feels, yeah, it's lovely. Right, so that's the first one. Next up, I'm quite excited about these. So I don't know if you have heard or seen, Simplicity are starting, which I think is going to be the beginning of, they finally come round to the modern world, are starting to sell PDF patterns, which is really exciting because it just means you can get them instantly. They've released a selection of 12 patterns. They're new patterns that haven't been released before, I think. They're actually really nice ones, and I just think it's really exciting because it's definitely going to be the start of more of them becoming available as PDFs. They will always, I'm assuming, always be available as paper if you are kind of a paper fan, but I'm just quite excited. So I've got a couple of these patterns because I thought they were quite nice to talk about. So size range, they go up to a UK 6 to 22. Now I'm going to talk about sizing because when they contacted us and said we'd like to, would we be interested in stocking them, we actually went back to them and said that your sizing isn't good enough, really, it needs to be bigger. And they really took it on board. They've extended their sizing range for this 12, and then going forward everything is going to be sized up to, I think it's going to be around a 32. So this is quite exciting. On the packet it says UK 6 to 26, but we've put UK 6 to 22, which is based on our sizing chart, which is sort of a generalised chart, and I personally think a bit closer to a kind of more average kind of body shape. So yeah, so they are going to do it, which is great, and it's really nice that we went back to them with thoughts and they took them on board. So we were really pleased about that, because we were actually said, we can't stock you unless you know, do something about it, and they did, so which is amazing. Right, so the first one is a Simplicity jumpsuit SP108. I absolutely love this. Beautiful shape, this lovely wrap detail, flutter sleeve, quite wide leg. I think it's got pockets. The photo shoots are amazing. The only thing that I would say is that there's a very tiny line drawing, which is actually quite hard to see, which I'm sure they will go back to them and ask for a better line drawing so that we can have that. It's got an elasticated waist. It's really nice and simple make. It would be perfect for, you could make this and it could be really smart. You could make it and it would be perfect for like a summer holiday in like a cotton or a linen. Yeah, I just think it's a lovely shape, and we thought it was a nice one to start with. The other one that we really liked was, and we don't usually feature kids' clothes massively, but the Simplicity boho dress, which is an SP112. I thought this was a really sweet dress. It's a nice shape. It's one that I think that you could make and it will buy and it would do you for quite a lot of years, because it's not too like pretty little girly. It's just a kind of nice basic dress. You could also shorten it and make it into a top as well, so it would look great with trousers. And I just love the little detail across the kind of that seam line across there, and then it's got that gathered panel. I like that they've used different fabrics in this as well, so they've colour blocked it, which I think could be really nice. And the flutter sleeve, the little like ruffly sleeve, is so cute, and I like that it's double layer. I think that's really nice detail. And again, if you wanted to, you could just leave that off if you wanted to make it, you know, quicker, but I just think it's really sweet. In terms of sizing for this, it's 3 to 8 years. So yeah, I thought that was a great one. Next up we've got, I was really excited about this, Anna Allen Helene jeans. These have, so they come in a size 0 to 22. These are really interesting for me. I probably personally wouldn't make them, but purely because they are based on a traditional jean, high-waisted, no stretch. That's the key to this, no stretch. So they are your classic jeans, you know, the 5 pocket, the little coin pocket. I just think they're amazing. They've got different legs as well. So you've got a straight leg, a slim leg, a wide leg, and then also you can make it into shorts as well. And there is some shaping on the hip as well, so it's not kind of completely straight. And it's also got a shaped back yoke, which is really great, because then you can definitely get the fit really good, and you will need that if you're making it in a non-stretch. So if you're looking for a really good challenge, I think this is a really good way to go. So it kind of leads me on to another little thing that we've started stocking, because we got loads of feedback again. If you are making a pair of jeans and you don't, it's the hardware, that's like, the fabric is hard to find, but also the hardware is really difficult to find, and getting like a nice, it all nice, and buying, yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare. So if you do want it, we now stock Kylie in the Machine, a jeans hardware kit. There are different variations available, so I will pop a link as well if you were interested and you needed them. There are different colours of the zip, and yeah, you just get it all in one slot, because I just wouldn't be able to have the patience to go and find all the different bits. So that's there if you need it. But yeah, they are really gorgeous and it's really nice to get everything matching. Yeah, so those are great. Next up, we've got a lovely simple make. If you're thinking, oh, I just want something like a quick sewing fix, this would be a really good option. It's the Mica top from Tessuti Fabrics. It comes in sizes 6, 8 to 24. It's really simple. It'll be nice and quick to make. It's a raglan sleeve. It's basically an oversized boxy t-shirt. The thing that I like about it is that they've made it it looks like a sort of ponte, like a more heavy, maybe not ponte, but a heavier weight jersey, and it adds a lot more structure. I think you could make this in a ponte and it would look amazing, or even you could make it in a neoprene and it would be really kind of quite dramatic. But again, I mean, who doesn't need a kind of boxy t-shirt in their life? This is nice, keep you nice and cool, go with loads of stuff. Yeah, that's a bit of a winner. So the last thing I've got to talk to you about are two paper patterns that have been released for a few weeks, but they finally, in PDF, sorry, they have now arrived in the UK in paper format. So the Friday Pattern Company Seguro set. I thought this was worth mentioning that you can now get this in paper because this is a really popular pattern, and I know lots of people were sort of waiting to buy it in paper so that you can kind of keep the envelope and the packaging's really nice and all of that jazz. So if you wanted it in paper, that's available now. Also, the Closet Core Fay swimsuit, we've been waiting for this for a while, and that's finally coming as well. So if you are looking for a lovely swimsuit pattern, this is beaut and really good shape, nice and simple in terms of the construction and nice and simple in terms of the seam lines. And there's nice details going on the back of this. But yes, this is also available in paper. It comes in sizes 6 to 20. If you wanted a different size range, large size range, they do have that available in PDF, but in paper they go up to a 20 at the moment. Yes, so that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed that. Go and check out the blog post as well, and we will be back next week with another video. Have a lovely weekend. Bye!